Welcome to Chapter 4, the last chapter of the brief Python course. In this chapter, we will cover string, tuple, and the list. Objective: study the built-in Python basic data structure, tuple, list, set. So we already covered the string, and let's look at these 4 different data structures. So string is a collection of the characters. So it uses double quote, or sometimes you use single quote. Both are valid expression of the string, and string is a collection of characters. The next one is tuple using parentheses, and then list use brackets, set use curly braces. So what are the difference of these string, tuple, list, and set? Set is similar to the set in math. It is a collection of data, and it will not be repeating the data itself. It is just looking at whether some data is in the set, the membership of a set or not. List allow repeating, and this also can be modified. This can be inserted with new data, can append new data to it. So this can be modified and can grow and can shrink. Tuple is immutable, cannot be changed. So tuple will not shrink or grow. And then set is not repeating. These are the difference of the these 3 data types, and string is only for the characters or letters or text message. So in this chapter, we will cover the remaining 3 data structure: tuple, list, and set. So Python data structure including string, list, set, tuple, and dictionary. And dictionary and string is not covered in this chapter. String, we already covered it in chapter 2. And dictionary is a more advanced topic. We will cover it in more advanced courses. So right here, we only cover tuple, list, and set. Tuple. So tuple is a data collection of some data, and basically it is immutable. You cannot make the tuple longer or shorter. So it is a fixed size data, and also you cannot change the data content. And it is enclosed in parentheses. So sometimes you use 1 and 2 tuple. A tuple with single element must have the comma inside. So if you have a tuple with a single element, you need to finish with a comma. Don't write it as 12 parentheses. This is not a tuple. So must write 12 comma. This is a single element tuple. Okay, so right here you can assign 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3 as my tuple, and its first element is 0. Index 0, it is 11. So the indexing scheme is similar to the string scheme. -1 means the this one. If your total length is actually 3, this one will be 3 minus 1. It actually the index is 2. And you can use the negative indexing for it. And slicing is also allowed. So 0, 1 means a tuple starting from the first element and not including the second element. So you got a tuple of 11, 1 element only. So a single list single data list or single data tuple is different from a number. These are different. This is a single number. This one is a single numbered tuple. These two are different. So if you use the parenthesis and 11, that means this is a number and you will evaluate it as a number 11. So tuples are immutable, so you cannot change the data. You cannot, this one means that you originally have 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. And then you add a 4, 4 and create a new tuple, not the original one, and then assign back to the original. So, for example, you already have the 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, and this my tuple is pointing to it, and then you create a new one with 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, and your my tuple pointing to here, and then will remove the link to the original data. So it is immutable, but you can use the slicing or indexing scheme to create new tuples, but not replacing any data in the original one. So if you plus equal 55, you are not going to add a new member to the tuple. It is not concatenation or appending data because your tuple is not changeable or mutable. It's immutable. So you can apply sorting algorithm to it, but because the data cannot be changed, so your A tuple that sort. This is a destructive sorting on the A tuple. It is not applicable. And if you use the sorted, that will create a new sorted tuple that actually is fine. But here, one thing is wrong. Here must be parentheses. It's actually a tuple. I'm sorry. The output is a list, so it will create a bracket 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. So your input is a tuple. Output is a list. When you use the sorted algorithm, if you use the sort function, that actually is destructive, and tuple doesn't have that function. So the length of the tuple is using length function, len function. And you check 44 in A tuple, this is checking the membership. It is not. And if you create I for I in A tuple, that is a comprehension list. So this one, you will get every I in A tuple and create a list for it. So A list equals 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. That is a list. And if you do I for I in A list, this doesn't work. There's no comprehension tuple. There's only comprehension list. There's no comprehension tuple. Converting sequence into tuples, if you have 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, that is a list, and you use tuple A list, that will convert the list to a tuple. And you can also convert a string to a tuple. And string is a collection of characters, so the new tuple would be a tuple of characters. So tuple, you will also have the length, maximum function, minimum function, sum function, any function, all function, sorted function, tuple. This is similar to the string list. They all have these different functions. Second data structure we will look at is the list. And this is different from tuple. This can be modified, can be inserted with data, can grow and can shrink. So This is a collection of data that allow to put many values in a single variable. A collection is nice because we carry out many of the values around in the one convenient package. So friends equals Joseph, Glenn, and Sarah. Carry on equals socks, shirt, and the perfume. This concatenate, you can use plus sign, this constant. So this constant using bracket that is a constant and you can print it. So these constants are surrounded by square bracket, we call it brackets, and the element in the list are separated by comma. A list element can be any Python object, even another list. A list can be empty. Empty list, you actually use this bracket and nothing inside. So here for I in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 is a list. And for loop, when you do for loop, every time you pick a data from the list and you print it. So it's a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. When you finish, you print this press out. And this and the different loop for these are best pair, they are good friends. So friends equal Joseph, Glenn, and Sally. You can say for each friend in friend S, and then you print Happy New Year for the friend. And you print out these. Okay. Looking inside the list, just like a string, you can use the index to figure out every single element, and you can also use it slicing to create sublist. These are mutable. That means that mute data, you can change the data inside the list. So if you assign a new value to the lotter 2, then this one will be changed to 28, and you print it, it will be like this. Okay, a string banana, strings a 0 location, you try to put a B there, it doesn't work because string is immutable. So string are immutable, we cannot change it, but we can convert it to a list and then later convert it back to a string. And list is immutable, we can use that. So let's look at this one. If we want to change some data inside a string, then the original string is ABC. That's assume this is S. And we can convert it to a list. Then this the content will become A, B, C, and then break. Now, if the list index number 1 location change to D, then that will create A, and then D, and then C. And then we can convert this back to a string using double quote that join the ls. And this will create a string of A, D, C. So string convert to list using list function. List convert back to string. You use the empty string as a separator that join the list. So this tells you the conversion of the data types. How long is the list? You can use len function that will tell you how long the list and how many elements in the list. So this has a append function or append an object to the end of the list. Count function to count how many times a certain number occurred. Remove, you can remove all of the X element from it. Reverse, that would change the order of the list to the reverse order. Extend, you can actually put some list sequence into the list. Index, that would look at the lowest index for that X. insert, you can insert some data to the X. Pop, you will pop out some data from the list. So this one, you can look at it like this. Let's assume that we originally have a data of 1, 2, 3, index 0, 1, 2. Okay. So you can do append data to the end, such as append 4. Then you will add a new data there. You can do pop. If you do pop function, that will pop out the last element. You can also pop 1. Then you will remove the index 1 data. You can also do insert 1. So insert 1 with data 4. Then 4 will be put here. Something like that. Okay. So basically, these are different operations for list. Okay. So the range of the length, this whole thing will create a list of the indexes for the list. Okay, so here we have friends, and for friend in friends, we print Happy New Year for each of them. This one is for each element in the list. This one is for each index in the range function. Both will achieve the same thing. Now, we can use the plus sign to connect two lists together. It will generate a new list. So the new list we assign to C, that will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you can also use the slicing to create a sublist. So here, T1, 3, 3 not included. So starting from 1, 2, 3, 3 not included. So it will be 41 and 12. Next one. This one is actually column 4 is starting from 0 and up to 4. So it will be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 not included. So it will generate 9, 41, 12, and 3. Next one, 3 to the end, 0, 1, 2, 3 to the end. So you get 3, 74, and 15. This is a column only. That means that starting from 0, ending at the end, that actually is the length of the tuple. I'm sorry, list. So it will be the whole thing. This method is to convert some data back to list. Building a list from scratch, you can create a new list using the list function and then append some data to it, one by one. And sum is a list, and you can check the membership using in operator. In is an operator. Your return value of true and false. These are in order. You can use that sort function. Again, this is destructive sorting. So friend after sorting will be changed. And if you don't want it to be changed, you can use the sorting function. And sorting function will not be changing the order of the data. Instead, you create a new list. You create a new list. Okay, so there are some built-in functions such as length, regular length of the list, max, minimum, sum. Okay, this view set is similar to the table that we see a moment ago for the tuple. Similar. Okay. So right here, we have two algorithms to achieve the same thing. Okay, one is using append function and then using sum function. One is you calculate the total separately. Either way work. A string and list you can convert back and forth. You can actually split a string using that split function. And that would be each word is split by space. That will create 3 words. We call it tokens. Sometimes, and then you can use, and then the start will be a list. You can print them one by one. Okay, here we will have an example. When you do not specify a delimiter, you do not specify a delimiter on the string on the split function. A space will be used. Multiple spaces are treated like one delimiters. You can specify what delimiter character to use in the splitting. What would be the separator, such as using semicolon or comma. Sometimes comma is very popular in this splitter because a comma is used in comma separated value files. Okay, so right here we have a this file. Okay, so we actually have a text file, and then we find every line, and then we actually strip it, and then look at the from. Okay, so from, you will see the from. Okay, that's a message, and then you split it. You separate it by these. Okay, and then word. Okay, word 2, that would be this Saturday. Okay, and if it's Friday, it will be Friday. Okay. Okay, this is a technique to split the data from a string to a list of the strings. And double split patterns. This one, your line split, and you find the number 1. That would be your email address. Okay. And this email address can be separated by, again, okay, I'm sorry, this is a line you separated into word, and this one is the word 1. Okay. And you can separate it by sign. Then your username and domain name will be separated. Okay, similarly. Now we are going to talk about the set. Set is a collection of data, and in a set, the member will not repeat. So set is being represented by using the curly braces. So you have 3 string, and it included in the curly braces. We call it a set. So there are 3 members in this set. So if you have only one data in a set, we call it a singleton. So can only contain unique elements, so no duplication. Duplicate data will be eliminated. So this is actually a good feature. So for example, if you have a list, your list has the data of 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Then so this is list, this one. So you convert it to set. Then this set will become 1, 2, 3. I'm sorry, this curly braces. And then you can convert it back to list. And you become a list of 1, 2, 3. In that way, you remove those duplicated items. So this is the feature of the set. So C set equals 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. Okay, and when you print it, it will be 1, 1, 2, 2 because the duplicated pattern will be removed. So A set equals 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. B set equals A set. Okay, and then A set equals A set or, okay, this one called union. So A set union to 5, 5, it will become 3, 3, 3, 1, 1, 2, 2, 5, 5, 4 member. Single bar, we call it union. Okay, we have a set like this. Set have no order. So here's my set is apple, banana, and orange. And print my set, okay? If you do my set 0, it wouldn't work because set does not have order. You want to access a single element, you change it to list or tuple. So we have a 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 2, 4, 4. You convert it to a set, then 2, 2 will be removed. So only 4 elements remain. That's 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4. And you can plus 5, 5. Plus doesn't work. There's no concatenation. You can use union for it. No plus sign. So the len function is to see the length x in S. That would be checking element whether it's in the set or not. X not in set, that make sure it's not in the set. So S is a subset of T. You can use S set less than equal T. S is a superset of the T. You will use a greater equal to. Union use bar. Intersect use S sign. Difference use minus. The inclusive or the symmetric differences that you actually use S cap T. So S cap T means that you would just keep the member in one set but not in both. S the copy that will create a new copy of the set. So union of the two sets, you will combine two sets together. Intersect, you will only create a set that actually have a common element in both A set and B set. Okay, difference of two sets, A minus B, that means you will collect the members that from A but not in B. So it's S set minus the A set element that also in B set. Okay, so A, B2 set contain all elements that are either in A, okay, symmetric elements. So you only collect the data that's in A but not in B, or in B but not in A. That's called symmetric difference of the two sets, or we use cap sign. Okay, this one, okay. So original we have A set 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, B set 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, and then two set intersection, the common element only 33. Okay, A set minus B set, so that member in A set but not in B set. So 3, 3 will duplicate, this must be removed. So it will be 1, 1, 2, 2. And then if you look at the symmetric difference, something in A set but not in B set, that will be 1, 1, 2, 2. Something in B set but not in A set, that will be 1, 2, and 2, 3. So the union of them will be 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. A symmetric difference. Okay, Python's dictionary similar to JSON's JavaScript, JSON's object, and Python's list similar to JSON's array, JavaScript's array. Python string similar to JSON string. Python's number, integer, or long are similar to the number integer in JSON. Float similar to the real number in JSON. True and false, they are also the same, except that the JSON use lowercase. Okay, these are the different data structures in Python, and we go over these basic types. So we may have some demonstration for these different data types. Now let's look at examples. First, let's look at the tuples examples. I'm going to save this file to the directory. So right here, I'm going to create a new folder called BP4 for the chapter 4. Okay, first one, I'm going to save this one as a tuple.py. So a tuple is a collection of data. Usually can be used for a data point, such as a point 1 and 3. Okay, you can have a second point, 4 and 5. Okay, and then you can print them. Okay, so 2 points got printed. But we can calculate the distance for these 2 points, so we can define a function for these 2 points, P1 and P2, and dx data x. Okay, that has a 2 points. So it's just like you have 2 points, P1 and P2. So this one's S1, Y1. This one's S2, Y2. So the distance is delta x, is delta y. Okay. So delta x equals actually x2 minus x1. Delta y equals y2 minus y1. And then this distance will be square root of delta x squared plus delta y squared. Okay, that's the formula. So we can do that. So dx equals P2. P2 is 0 minus P1's first tuple. Okay, this is dx. And because you are going to take the dx squared, so positive, negative, it doesn't matter. Okay, that's dy, and then you will return, okay, dx square plus dy square and take square root of it. This one you need to import. Actually, it should do from mesh import HQRT. Okay, and then you can say d equals distance for P1 and P2. Okay, so this is a typical way of using the tuple to represent data points, and usually it's good to save the coordinate of the points, and then you can do some processing of it. That's the good part about the tuple. And tuple can be used for multi-dimensional data as well. And right here, we are using the two-dimensional data as an example. And this is the typical way of using the tuple. Now let's look at tuple 2. Conversion of the tuple data and string. So right here, you can have a string that equals A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Okay, you can convert it to tuple using tuple of the S, and you run it. Okay, this one, let me see. This one, let me put it over here. Let me move previous file should be put here. So this one, let's call it tuple 2. With the BP4. Okay. So save it. I didn't print anything. So right here, let's do print tuple. Okay, so you convert the data to a tuple. But now, tuple cannot be modified. Okay, so if you do tuples 2 equal G, that won't work. Okay, that won't work. You run it, you will be in trouble. It's immutable, so you cannot do that. So you may want to convert it to a list. So L T, okay, equals list of the T, okay, and then you print LT. Okay, so this time it converts the tuple to a list of data. So these are the relationship. You can have a string. You can convert it to tuple. Or you convert it to a list. This using the list function, this one using the tuple function. Okay, vice versa, here to here the same, using tuple function, using list function. Now, if we want to convert back from tuple to this or from this to this, okay? Let's see how we can do it. So from the list back to string, you can do SL equals empty string that join list, and you print SL. So you put out A, B, C, D, E, F, G. But if here you actually put a plus sign, that means you connect the string using the plus sign, you will get this. Okay, that's the join function. It's a join function. So this show you the conversion between the string and tuple and the list. Okay. Next one. Let's look at the list operation. So this file, let's call it list 1. Okay. So there are a few ways to create a list. Let's do list 1 equals 1, 2, 3, 4. And you print this one. The first way is creating list by examples. Second, you can do this. You can do this 2 equals T or T in range 4. This one create a list of 0, 1, 2, 3, because you are creating a range list, and every element of it, you make it on the list 2. So this one is called comprehension list. Third one, you can create a list by using the list function. At this moment, the list 3 should be empty. So let's print it up to here. Okay, so that's what it is. Now, after that, you can do list 3 that append by list 3 that append 6. Okay, so you can use append to create the list. This is a third way we can create a list. Okay, so these are different way of creating list. Okay, this is a list number 1. Now let's look at list number 2. The operation about a list. Let's assume that we originally have a list of 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, the even number under 10. Okay, now let's look at the different operations. So A that append 12. So let's print A first. And after this, let's print A again. And this one, let's call it list number 2. Okay, so you append the 12 after it. Next one, if you want to pop the last element, okay, so this one is, let me put some note to it. Okay, this one we pop out the last element. So the 12 got pop out. That's a single pop, but you can pop any specific location, such as then the index 2 location will be pop out. You can save it to a variable. Okay, so this one you remove the 6. So 6 got pop out, and then the each 2 location got pop out. Now you can also insert it back. So let's do this one. A dot insert 2 again. Put an R back. Okay, and then we print it one more time. Okay, so it becomes like this. Now we may have a B list that equals 1, 3. So to list we use plus sign, then we concatenate the 2 lists together to create a new list. Okay, so 2 lists are connected together. These are the basic operations of the list. Okay, these are the basic operation base. The slicing portion is the same as the string, so we don't emphasize on it. Okay, we don't emphasize on it. Next one, let's look at the set. So sets, the main purpose is to remove the duplicated item. So let's have the A equals okay, something like this. And then let's do SA equals a set of A. And let's print SA. Okay, so the set becomes this, okay? Okay, I'm creating now different files. So this is the set A, okay? At this moment, the set A is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, this is 1, 2, 3, 4. This moment. Let me copy it back to my file here. Okay, and then we have a set B. Okay, then we print our set B. So that would be 2 and 4. Okay, next one. Let me put one more thing there. Let's also put a 5 there. Now, next one, let's look at the union. So UAB equals SA union with SB. Okay. Like that, okay. And then we may have intersection of A and B. Okay, this will create intersection of A and B. Okay, next one. But the intersection is only 2 and 4. Next one, we can add an element to A. Okay, so SA plus equals plus equals 5. This is not okay. Okay, you cannot use plus sign for an element. The plus sign is actually is connecting together. So you make a set of these. Okay, you cannot use plus equals. So let's do this. Let's do S equals SA plus another set, okay? So these are joining two sets together. I'm sorry, you use the union, okay? Now add an element to it, okay? Add an element to it. Okay, so these are the concepts. Let me look at the set one more time. So these are the operation for it, okay? Okay, that's about it for this chapter. We give you a short demonstration of how to create these different data collections and make them into use. Okay. Thank you. Bye now.